I'm ready for the day now. It's so funny because when you have tattoos, you like never see them. So don't mind while I take the opportunity to see how my tattoo is doing. What it says is, first you jump off the cliff and you build your wings on the way down. That comes from a tarot card called The Fool, and it comes from the book that I refer to when I pull my tarot cards. And I just read that quote and it just resonated so much with me. First, you jump off the cliff and you build your wings on the way down. That is pretty much, it's pretty much my motto, I would say, in life. Like, that's just definitely a very important part of my belief system. Now, oh yeah, speaking of the tattoo, also, so it comes from a painting that my dad made, which it comes from this particular painting. So he had 3 of these, I believe. Now, I'm not sure where the 3rd one is, but there's seasons, you know, so this is fall and winter. And this, if you go in real close, I basically took this and I drew it, and then I brought it to the tattoo shop, and I was like, sorry, I'm sidetracked because I feel like I really need to take these paintings out of the bathroom because I don't like the way the light hits them, and they're just super important to me. Like, look at this. My dad's signature. He died when I was 6, so, you know, these little things mean a lot to me. He owned a framing shop, actually, so many of the pieces that I have in my house were actually framed by him, like he framed these. Shout out to my Aunt Jane, who's learning to paint. What the heck was my point? I don't know. That was, well, we were talking about the tattoo story. Oh yeah, so I brought the drawing I made to the guy, and he was like, you know, he's a tattoo artist, and I went to a really nice place, and I had to wait 6 months to get the reservation. And I get there, and, you know, he's drawn up this whole thing, and he's put these like little flowers around it, and he changed the facial expression of the gnome. And I was like, definitely no flowers, like, no, that is not the vibe, and can you please, something's wrong with the facial expression. And he was like, yeah, well, I was just trying to make it a little happier. And I was like, I want the gnome exactly as it is, you know, I want it exactly as it is. I don't want to change what it was. What's the point? So anyway, he changed it back, and you know, I had to argue with them about writing so small because it's hard and it fades over time, but you know what? I don't really care. I like it, and I think it works really well together. I think the guy did such an awesome job. I'm just really quickly looking to see if I can find you. So this has been some of my quarantine activities that I'm doing. So I'm trying to see if I can find you the, I think I can, because I think this California binder has got the original, and I think it would just be kind of cool to have this all in one place. So let's see. I'll let you take a peek with me. So I basically store all my work in what the heck does that say? Oh, I want to reinvent this life plan. Yeah, that's why I moved to California. Oh, and I love this. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Amen. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So I store basically all my processes. See, like, this is something I made for my friend's son. Maybe, actually, I think this is her wedding schedule. Well, and when she told me what the baby's name was gonna be. And these are my sentimental things, but then it's also, as you will see here, paintings 2014. So it also is a an illustrate, well, it's my sketches, right? So it's what I used to work off of. I used to do a lot of these transparencies and project them with an old school projector that I got from, I'm gonna have to cut this, from an how to stay in touch and stuff. All these ways. We need this now during this virus, right? People have stopped wanting to stay in touch. Oh, this is my first Friendsgiving invitation and my menu planning. So, this is my favorite. Measure your measure. I love saying things two ways in the same sentence. Oh, I wanted to illustrate my own tarot cards. Anyway, this is really beside the point, and we're getting into a really long, drawn-out thing when what I really want to find... See, guys, I'm always vision boarding. It wasn't just an idea. Oh, this is kind of a beautiful saying, actually. Grief is like the ocean. It comes in waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it's overwhelming. All we can do is learn to swim. Okay, as I was saying, let's see. Come on, little gnome tattoo. Oh my god. One of my kids printed this for me. It's laser printed. Or, I'm sorry, 3D printed. So cool. And he, I think, I don't even know if he knew how much I love stamps, but I'm so obsessed with stamps, so that was really cool. This girl, Kristara, one of my sister's friends, I don't even know her last name, but I'm telling you guys, she's like the most amazing artist and does these incredible animal portraits, but also portraits of everything. She's just brilliant. So if I can, I will link her in here. So yeah, aren't we all in search of positive vibes? Okay, I'm just in search of the tattoo. So this used to be one of my favorite photos. Okay, so this is really annoying. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? God. Man. Okay, now I'm really determined, so we're gonna go into binder oh, I bet it's in this one. Binder number 2, which is really freaking hard to move. God, let's make a whole video about trying to freaking get this. You see this one? It's crazy. It's so big. It barely fits in that shelf. So, yes, actually this is the right one. Oh no. I'm pulling off all my temporary labels. Okay. So, this one I started in, the Sierra was the size of the turkey. This one I started in Virginia. So there's a lot of really old pictures. Anyway, if you're an artist and you're wondering how to store your crap, binders are a really great way. I know that these sleeves are not protective, but guys, they work. And like, for how long do I really need this stuff? So, let's see. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my tattoo. That's me and my sister. I framed this for my mom for Christmas. We both got matching ones. And she, hated it. Okay, so blah blah blah. This is all before. Oh my god, blah blah. Balls from the past. One of my old boyfriends. This is something I wrote about my dad. It's kind of cool. I have all these little pieces of history. This is really interesting. My grandmother sent this to me. And it's about a course that she took. Times have changed, my friends. Life planning for women. Phase 1. Exploration. How am I? What's happening? It's so interesting. Where do I want to be? Getting it all together. But when you actually read the verbiage in here, it's just so dated. We've changed so much as a society. So, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yes. Amen. Okay. So, that is what I sent to the guy, basically. And he changed it. I did hand stamps at my friend Alicia's wedding on craft paper. This was her wedding portrait. And something I read. I'm just trying to see if I can find the original drawings. But I'm not seeing them. They're probably somewhere in here. But, you know what? We got close because you can see the clipboard. Sometimes I'm weird and things like this I'll keep on my clipboard for ages. And then one day I don't know if you guys find this to be interesting, but this is something I've been thinking about doing, is going through my photo albums on video, because I thought that would be kind of cool. Dude, I wonder if it's still on my I really wonder if it's still on my clipboard. Unless, nope. Okay, of course it's going to be the last thing. Let's see. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and look. Bradbury. I should know that, right? My friend Phil wanted a boat tattoo, so I was working on that for him right around the time I was making this. And so it's gotten smudged, but this is the original drawing. And then what I do is I draw it out, I copy it, a photo, and I trace it, and then I photocopy it, and so I get these so I get these things. Now look at this guy. Is he happy? No. Does he want to be? No. He's perfect just the way he is. That's my dad. I love it. So, oh look, I even got the paperwork. This is where I went. Shout out to Premium Tattoo in Oakland on College Ave. They did a seriously awesome job. And I love my tattoo. And I never get to see it. So that's how we got on this tangent, because I walked by a mirror with a camera and it turns out, oh, there you are. All right, so now I'm gonna shove these things back into this closet here. And God only knows how long I just ranted on, and I don't know how I went from face products to exploring the depths of my photo albums and tattoos. Look, Katie's bored. And she still didn't make the bed. Katie, it's time to make the bed. I've got to do something about her attitude. She needs to help out around here. I'm the only person that cooks, cleans. I pick up her poop. The least she could do is start with making the bed. My grandma Donna actually taught me how to make a bed at age 30. Just before she died. She was absolutely horrified that I didn't know how to do hospital corners, but folks, I do know now. And you know what else I do? I really do make my bed every single morning. That is definitely part of my routine. And because I've been trying to film my routine, I'm actually not doing it, which is strange. So anyway, yeah. The essential outline is I wake up, I wash my face, I put on moisturizer, serums if I feel like I need them, sunscreen if I'm going for a walk. I go to the kitchen. These days, because it's summer, I'm making iced lattes. I do that, and then I sit on the couch and I watch YouTube videos for like 45 minutes to an hour while I drink my coffee. Sometimes during that time I shop on Amazon. And then what I like to do is I do my yoga. After I do my yoga, sometimes we'll run and take a walk. We don't run ever. We will, I just mean dash, because usually I'll have class, but we'll take a walk. And that's kind of, and then I start, you know, getting to work and all of that stuff. Now, when I was in school, I used to do my makeup during that coffee YouTube hour too. So that's that. Oh, but before I do yoga, I come in, so I drink my coffee, I come into my bedroom, I change my clothes into some workout clothes for the day, or if I'm gonna do a high intensity workout, I'll put on clothes that I'm gonna change out of again, but otherwise I'll get dressed for the day, make the bed, then do the yoga. So, and this is what she does, you know? So, she's a lucky girl. Say thank you for watching our chaotic and unclear morning routine. What? Oh. She says, please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe if you want more long-winded rants about nothing in particular. And if you like having conversations that have unclear endings. One other thing I feel the need to mention, because I don't want it to be misinterpreted in any way, is that as an artist, when I was starting out, I had this teacher that told me the only free model you'll ever have is yourself. And I don't know, I sort of took that and ran with it. So my paintings are usually me, and they often come out of particularly like painful parts of my life, and it's sort of a meditation process, right? Because you sit in front of the painting for day after day, for months, you know, just reflecting on this one thing. And so whatever image you choose is usually has, you know, lots of context behind it that's not obvious, but sometimes you can feel it when you look at a piece. I can link that painting video that I did on my most recent painting that's called Pre-Pandemic, a painting, just because voila, here we are. And anyway, so because we were flipping through those books, I saw some of the reference photos that I have used for my paintings, which I've always had an internal conflict with as a teacher, because I paint a lot of nudes, and often they are, not often, they're my body. That's because I've had a lot of body image struggles throughout my life, and painting my body was one of, has been one of the most important ways I think that I've really become in touch with myself and accepting myself wherever I am. So, if you see these sorts of things in the background, it's art, you know? I'm not gonna spend a huge amount of time focusing on it, because I don't have much to say about it, except you'll probably from time to time see, you know, portraits that I've painted that look like naked women, and they are. So, I guess that's that. This is a really special little piece that my dad painted, and it's of me. It's on a piece of glass. I love it because he has, see how it says my name? But when you grow up without a parent, certain things become really valuable and special and sentimental. And a lot of my work has been like processing him. I love this piece. It used to have a light in it, so it would light up in here. So, yeah. I'll give you a brief tour. This is one of my recent pieces too. It's just Mod Podge, this book all over it. I liked the title, The Story of a Soul. I wanted to do a big outlined piece on it, but I liked it so much simple that I just kept it. So here's my random gallery tour. Okay. These are not really pieces I've done. This has been in my family for a really long time. This is a letter my mom sent me in California once when I was having a hard time. It says, I am not this body, I am not my thoughts, I am not my feelings, I am not these situations. This is another one of my dad's. As you can see, he was pretty, like, I don't paint like that, I can't paint like that. It's just pretty beautiful. Here's one of mine. This is one of my first paintings. I did this in college. This is not a painting, actually, it's a collage, but I did it in college. And it's got all these things that I loved at the time. This is Christina Aguilera. Bought this in Oakland before I left. I bargained the girl down to a really good price, and I have to say, I think it's working. It's helping me. This I stole from my old roommate. It's so cool. The universe, it glows in the dark. And I got these really cool magnetic frames for it. This is a semi-recent, few years ago painting. This is a really old painting, guys. Look at how terrible it is. This is my dad. My dad was a pretty white man. Not here. But the one thing I do really like about this are the details of the jeans and the car window. But this was hanging in my grandmother's, and I took it after she died. Can you not bark right now? So, let's see. I think I do a fair amount of conceptual stuff too. These are Fiona Apple lyrics that I've had on my wall for the last 12 years. I just like it. It feels empowering because we can do whatever we want afterwards. My friend Katie, who I worked for, once gave this to me as part of my payment, which I absolutely adore. Molly and I made this together in our backyard when we lived together, which was cool. These are more recent ones, which I really like, and I started actually painting my other paintings into my paintings. Particularly happy with that tissue box. Love this one. This I made at the same time as the Women's March. My coworker's calling, so I have to go, so I'm gonna hurry. That's my vision board, as we know. This is Grandma Donna. And this painting is called The Tantrum. That's me having a tantrum. This is oil on a window from my house in Oakland. My grandma, my sister, painted this right after she died. I think it's probably my favorite work that I've done. This was one of my kids' work. I love it so much. You do a heat gun, you basically hot glue these down and then you do a heat gun and it all melts. I made her sign it on the back. This is a painting from a road trip I took in Oregon with a friend of mine who wishes to be completely absent from anything I do on YouTube. So that's all I'll say about that. This is just a little watercolor doodle. I've got lots of little doodles too. This is a weird piece for me, but it was an important thing because I was having a really rough time after the Kickstarter and my breakup and all these things, and I found my way into Al-Anon to help me kind of sort out stuff with my family, my sister, and I just like this piece because I literally took a picture in the first room that I sat down in, and this is the Unity Prayer, and if you've never heard it, it's worth looking up. It's very beautiful. And this piece, my friend Julian DeMarc. Guys, he's such an awesome artist. So talented. But he did this for me when I was working on the cookbook and trying to figure out a logo. And it's just beautiful. I love it. It's a picture of me baking in my grandmother Mitchie's kitchen as a little girl. So I guess that completes the tour of the paintings that are in my apartment, because there are many more. They just don't fit anymore. So all right, I gotta call my coworker back because she's just calling. Okay, bye.